Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome to one more quick video on price action of Dodge. Um, right, we can still see this continuation of dumpage after the SNL live, and I know a lot of you guys wondering where this dumpage gonna end. Where is the floor in here? But you know what? Let me tell you, when you run, when you work out, you always need a breather. Even when you eat, man. When you eat, you gotta shit, let me put it that way. You gotta dump it out somewhere. Same thing with here, you know. People are taking profits right now. People dumping, especially those with the huge bags. They're making money. But there's a potential that we will see the change of trend in this. But first, let's dive in here and talk about price action. I sold half of my bag at 70 cents. The reason why is specifically because of this bearish divergence. You guys see that, right? We had a strong pump just before the SNL, and then this is the momentum in here, by the way. We had a strong momentum, and we reached this high, and then we had a certain correction here. We had a breather right there, you know, you need a little breather, and then we surged in price in upwards, but we didn't see the same thing on the RSI, right? So the momentum didn't show the same thing, as you guys can see. It's called bearish divergence. These two lines, they diverge, right? So usually in crypto, every time you see that, 80% of the time it works, especially with Bitcoin. Each time I see divergence like that, it literally plays out exactly like that. So what I want to point out in here is a few things too. Where will it stop, right? Let's kind of take a look in here. I'm going to zoom out here a little bit to the side. So right there, so we can see a certain time frame. Now, guys, this here on side, I know majority of you guys are familiar with it. This shows me where the most of trading, where the most volume happen within time frame from here all the way down to here, right? And there's one interesting point to observe is that there's intersection of signals. This is a 50 EMA, right? You guys can see it. And also we have that cluster of volume. Not only that, I'm going to go back to here. Let me just turn this off, turn that off. Okay. Let me just shut off the RCI. I'm going to use retracement, trend-based retracement in here. I'm going to go to swing low. I'm going to go all the way to swing high. I'm going to pull it back down to swing low. And you guys can see something in here. Also, what's happening, that there's a 23.8, right? Fibonacci retracement right here, this red dotted line. So we have three signals. We had that previous volume that was showing. Okay, let me kind of move this a little bit back so we can see it. Well, look, guys, perfectly intersects with that Fibonacci level. So we have one signal, we have two signals, right? The volume, and we have Fibonacci. We have three signals showing us where will be the strongest support out of all of this. I personally believe that Dogecoin will pull down to around 30 to 35 cents, probably a quick wick, and then me potentially, again, this is not a financial advice. We have to be patient and watch the chart still. If something like this happen, like that, and then we got rejected from this 50. What are we seeing here? This is called heads and shoulders. We have a left shoulder, right shoulder, and we have a head. Well, guys, this is a huge bearish sign. If that develops, right? We measure from top to here. I mean, this can take us all the way back down to zero almost. But most of the time I see, and especially in crypto, that when we play these heads and shoulders pattern, they tend to play to the opposite side majority of the time. I'm not saying always. Also, I want to indicate something that I talked about yesterday in my video. I'm going to go back down here to 4-hour charts, guys. Now, I did mention this descending line in here that I drawn as a resistance line, and we can clearly see that in last 4, 8, 12 16, 20, 24 hours, we clearly were riding right along that line. I know plenty of you guys remember this. So now potential for this price target, again, as you guys can see, it's clearly in my mind, I'm seeing 35 cents right about there. On this is going to be, I think this is 200 EMA. This is my 200 EMA right there on 4-hour chart. But if you look at on daily chart, that's a 50 EMA, right? So just a little bit above. The wick might kind of come down in here. Not a financial advice. Again, we're still on a dumpage, and I will update you guys as soon as I get something more interesting on these charts. Right now, the dump is progressing, and we might find some support in here, but I doubt it. We definitely will hit 35 to 30 cents range. That's my potential target, guys. And if you have any comments, please let me know, ask questions, and speculate with me. Let's learn together about this. I'm out.